What's up, everyone? I'm back at it again. For those of you that do remember, I did post part 1 of my Backyard Football 2002 season playthrough, game 1, but because I'm playing this game through, a season through with the worst possible combination of players, and I slipped up a little bit in creating my own custom player, I didn't actually choose the worst possible combination of players, and I want to start that over again. And there was another choice I made that was wrong in terms of getting a little bit better, more talent than I could have not had. So anyways, in this playthrough, just as I have with the first couple parts of the Backyard Basketball playthrough, I'm going to be playing through a season, and we're going to eventually win our conference championship, divisional championship, and cereal bowl at the end, and claim it as our own through this playthrough. So I'll be playing through it. I'm not playing you'll see me win and lose at the same time, so don't expect me to be flawless, and you'll just be watching it like a fan, as I hope. And once again, I'll be playing through the worst combination of players on hard difficulty. It's more fun to play it that way, and it's more of a challenge. And this game, even though it looks juvenile and childish, it's not. It's got a lot to offer, but even as I get older, it gets a little bit easier, so I want to make it a little bit more tough for myself. So as it is, my name is Brock, so that is the coach. It's not going to be cue ball, it's going to be Brock. And we're going to do a full, actually first 7 pick. Now I'm going to do a full draft, because that makes it, whatever makes it the most realistic, and hopefully I'll get to get my combination of players that I need to have in order to get the worst possible makeup of players. Power-ups don't make the game realistic, so that would be off. Play clock and fatigue and turnovers will all be on, and we want to play on random for sure. And I'm going to hit up the Metro Civic Playgrounds as my home field, bringing it back like old days. It's a nice polished field. Got a track around it, so might as well. I'm a Bears fan. I live in the Chicagoland area, about 40 minutes from the Chi-Town, so going with my hometown team there. And then I want to choose, like the NFC North is now, the NFC North of current Lions, Packers, Vikings showdown in the rough and tough NFC North. So that'll be the makeup of the teams. My best player on the whole team, he is part of the worst combination of players, is Ahmed Khan. Shutty. Ahmed, back in the day, is a stud from Backyard Baseball. He's not a bad outside shooter in Backyard Basketball, but you got to go with him for the worst possible combination of players. And you still got Sidney Weber
It would be mean if you picked me.
And Ashley Weber. I believe I do pick her.
Ashley's gonna play with the other guys anyway.
I'm trying to remember the rest of the combination of players that I go with. Secondly, we can go with Billie Jean Blackwood. Kenny's actually better than Ahmed, as he has one more on catching and running, which I probably use a guy like that for. And I believe then I go with Angela, and then you got to go with Ronnie, Jorge. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Custom player 5 and 6 there. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Billie Jean Blackwood.
I reckon if you picked me for your...
She's not a bad passer. Has got decent speed, but is definitely your worst bet. One of the worst bets you have going for a quarterback. So that's why I'm going with her. Next, I'm gonna go with Angela Delvecchio.
You're gonna pick me
She's got a good leg, but and it says 7 right there, but believe me, she has a lot better of a leg than only 7. So don't underestimate that 7 on the bar. Jorge is a staple of the bad players in Backyard Soccer. I played through all the games with the worst possible combination of players, and believe me, he's always on that list. So Ronnie Dobbs is next up. Ronnie, once again, you see only at 6 on passing and running. He is not a terrible bet for quarterback, but he's so freaking short. How is he seeing over that line? I don't know. And so for the final 2 guys, you got to go with Sidney Weber, who is identical to Ashley Weber and almost an identical player to Ahmed Khan, who will be one of my bigger play threats.
It would be me
She's got decent speed, but once again, I've evaluated this over and over, and believe me, this is the worst possible combination of players you can come up with. And to top it off, ultra bad custom player. Marquis Dubois actually improved quite a bit from the previous game, so I'm not going to choose him because normally I do choose. We're going to go with the fro action. There we go. Black hair, you got to. And his birthday is going to be the day I'm recording this, so just to make it original. Actually, I'll do it New Year's Eve. Everybody loves a good New Year's Eve, so I'm going to put that there. He's going to be boy. He's going to throw a left just to mix it up. And I'm feeling a Jeremiah. He looks like a Jeremiah to me. And in my, I'm playing a playthrough right now of the worst possible combination of the players with the Bears and backyard football, the original, which I would love to record, but Snagit doesn't record it for me, so I got to stick with backyard football 2002. And I'll be going through 2004, 2006, and the GameCube one. We're going to name him Melvin. That's just random, so I'm going with that. And that is the worst possible combination. Yes, I'm going to only have one on each, so he's going to be very useless to me.
You made a good choice.
It's the best I can do. So I'm going to be right back because I got to check my list. Alright, so my list says that this is the worst possible combination of players. I replaced Ahmed with Kenny Kawaguchi for my previous game, and Jeremiah has no statistics added, whereas my other guy had 4 on a couple categories. Our schedule, we're starting out a home matchup against the Packers, big-time rivalry. Then we're going on a long road trip, 5-game road trip, so we're going to take advantage of these first 2 games. And then we'll check out the league leaders as we go along, and I'll keep track of that. And if you guys have any recommendations for the playbook, just let me know, and I'll try to incorporate some plays in there for you. So for my offense, I like to have Angelo Delvecchio block it for me. And I'm going to have Sidney Weber and Ahmed out there playing. I'm going to switch Ronnie Dobbs in every once in a while. I'll give these 2 guys a rest because the fatigue does factor in. And these are going to be my 2 wide receivers, even though I don't have that good of options with Jorge. But I do a lot of passing, halfback passing, West Coast offense crap, so we're going to stick with Sidney as our running back defensively. I'm going to go with Ronnie playing the corner. Jeremiah is just going to have to sit out. He's going to be my holder and whatnot. And kick returns, you always want to put some of your fringe players in kick return special teams to give other guys a break. And then that's going to be how it works right now. These guys are going to be a little tuckered out eventually, but this is the best I can do. Kicking game, Jeremiah is going to be in for Ahmed, and Ronnie Dobbs is going to be there. You want to have Angela doing your kicking for sure, though. She's got a boot. Jeremiah is going to be in for Billie Jean, and then I'm going to put Ronnie in for Angela. No, I'm actually going to put Ronnie in for... no, we'll get Ahmed. We're going to put Ronnie in for Sidney. Leave Ahmed in there. Sidney's my running back. I want to get her enough energy. And that looks good for kick returning. Jorge will replace Billie Jean Blackwood to get Jeremiah in there once again, like I said, because you want to have your fringe players play more special teams to give you guys a break. So let's get going with game 1. I'll let you guys listen to this. I won't always show the pregame, but because it's the first game, I'll do it for you guys.
Playgrounds. Goodness, do we have a game for you today? The Green Bay Packers will take on the Chicago Bears. I'm Sunny Day, along with Captain Concussion himself, Chuck Downfield.
I could eat 40 hot dogs.
That's great, Chuck.
Thanks. I'd just like to remind everyone that this portion of today's backyard football game is brought to you by Meat Meister's Peanut Butter Hot Dogs. That's Meat Meister. Their meat are ripping. Like a chicken flying north for the winter, football season has returned once again.
All right, let's see some football, shall we?
All I can say is I want more announcers like that. That's all I'm saying. All right, that's all I'm saying. I love that. All right, so let's get going with game 1. Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, classic showdown. Doesn't get any better than this. Smash Mouth football in the rain, Metro Civic Playgrounds, a packed house with 0 people attending the game other than our 2 announcers. So Ahmed once again fumbles the ball in the opening play, but thankfully Ronnie's hustling over.
Works every time.
So Swinger is your staple running play in this game, I do have to say. And Sidney, stuck in the mud. Claw is another great passing play, and I am just getting blitzed up the gut right now, not having too much success on the outside. Get it to, and that is what am I doing? I'm just getting blitzed beyond control, and a safety starts off the game. I guess that is a way to show smash mouth football. But with the ball landing in the corner of the end zone, can't get much better than that for your kickoff. And Billie Jean coming in with a block or tackle on the outside. So down by 2 early, but we should take this game no problem. I would say Backyard Football 2002 is your easiest of all backyard football games. When compared to Backyard Football, the original is awesome. It's realistic. It's a good game speed. You can play a lot of games in a short amount of time. They're a great assortment of players, and it's just a good quality, awesome game. But it's one of the harder ones. 2006 is pretty hard as well, and so is 2004. So right there, you can see Swinger is a great play. You can go with, and I'm getting just annihilated on the offensive line. Angela must be having a down day. You can check their background color if you look at their in-game photo. If it's orange, it means they're having a good day. And a lot of fumbles going on here. Must be a slippery pigskin. So I'll cover this guy, and that is a good way to get the ball on the ground. Put a hand on the ball. 2004 is really unrealistic. The graphics are just awful. 2004 is my least favorite backyard football. This one, the pace of the game is not really realistic, and the game clock is a little slow for my taste. The players get a little too tired too quickly as well. You can see Ahmed's already stuttering a little bit. And there's too many turnovers, too many interceptions, too many fumbles for my taste. So I'm going to throw this one away. Got to know when to play it safe. And the claw, like I said before, staple. We had 2 guys on the ball. Not going to be able to set up my field goal. My offensive line sucks anyways, even though Delvecchio is not a bad blocker. Swinger, once again, coming through. And the food mongerer, Dante Robinson, always got his PB&J. There we go. Or just a jam sandwich, I guess. With the tackle. So on the outside, Jorge throwing a block for me. And Sidney's on in for the touchdown. She got 2 on the day. Alright, so I'm just talking over Chuck Downfield and Sunny Day right now, which is appropriate for times. And right now, Ronnie Dobbs is not having the best of luck blocking for Angela. So this is going to be a problem for me throughout the year. I'm going to have to form something up in my kicking game. Change things around to give Angela some more time, because kicking is important. It's the least important in this game just because it's so easy to score touchdowns and get turnovers that you're not going to be relying on field goals as much. It's also really hard to kick field goals in this game because it's an unrealistic representation of like actual kicking, and Jorge there to pick up the fumble. So let's see if I can get some passing to my wideouts here. Ahmed wide open down the right sideline, and he does not make the catch, something that puts him on the worst possible team. And Ahmed does make the catch this time, and he'll be stumbling into the end zone for a score. And this is on hard, I guarantee you. Strum the guitar, and 18-2. I'm going to go with the field goal again. Let's see if I can actually block Dante this time. They're playing like a... And that's right, that right there. I can't kick it any better. Full strength is, and it goes off the uprights. Angela must be having a down day. I'm going to have to check her stats here in a second. So Austin, whoever he is, goes down. It's sad though. Like, I've played these backyard games probably more than any other video game. Easily, I would say. Up there with Age of Empires and Command & Conquer. But regardless, play these games so much that even the made-up players that are in every game, like Joella Minotti, Jordan Thorner, like I've memorized all their names. You can just say their first name, I will know their last name. I don't know if that's a testament to just how awesome Humongous Entertainment is, but it's Jeremiah actually touches the ball. I was not expecting him to ever touch the ball in this playthrough. So I'm going to pull out a Swinger again, get Sidney on the outside, and if you're ever in need of a score, go with Swinger. But make sure you have a good running back that can actually catch the ball for me. And Billie Jean throws the pick. I could not get enough strength on the ball, and that once again shows you
On their own,
why choosing a compilation of poor players
Huge hole.
makes it fun and makes it difficult. So Ahmed with a nice outside tackle there.
On their own,
There we go, Jorge getting in the way of the pass. And I won't be talking about formalities as much in the upcoming games. I just want to get that out of the way for an intro video. Nice tackle. And that's another. How is that a first down? She got shoved out of bounds on the track. She bouncing on the rubber. She just got cleated up. So Ahmed with the pick. Thank you. 1 second left on the clock. Let's see if I can't put Ronnie Dobbs in there for an Ahmed Khan. Get a nice deep ball going. Throw it up for grabs in the end zone. Although you can't really do that in the 2002 version. And if she actually he caught that, he would have a shot. He would have a shot. So they were winning in time of possession, but thankfully I'm winning the turnover battle. Excuse me. And I'm gonna have to check my options. Game setup. It's on hard. Very good. And I need to check. Yes, I need to call timeout. And thankfully we don't get penalized for calling timeouts. But Angela is not having a down day. You can check their statistics. And Sidney is a kicking fiend right now. You can check their pregame stats. Awesome. She's got complete on kicking now with the addition of those extra skill level points. That's one cool thing I do like that they introduced to the newer backyard games starting in like 2002 for backyard backyard basketball. In 2001. If like a kid's having a good day, which they often do, or they're having a bad day, that takes into account how they play into the game. If they're having a good day before the game, some of their stats will be higher than they would normally be, and if they're having a poor day, they're not going to be having as high of a stat. So I like that. It kind of makes it like a realistic effect to kind of a kid's life and just how it plays into the game. So I'm just giving you kudos on that, humongous, to make you one of my favorite game developers of all time. So good position now. Haven't scored too much, but that's what I'm kind of expecting. I got to throw this one away. You can see right there, you can't throw the ball nearly as far in backyard football 2002 as you can in the original. And I meant to throw that. Flood's not a great play, but it does usually get your running backs open. And Ricky does not have good catching abilities, I believe, but he makes the pick anyway. So the rain does slow you down, and you can see it right now. It's slowing me down. Star Moonbeam, very quick. Do not let her get to the outside.
Drop back. Quickly dumps it off to the
good
left side.
Oh, if she broke that tackle, she's gone. She's got a TD. So the Packers haven't scored since the opening drive. That is a fumble, Ruski.
For no gain,
and it looks like they're going to have to punt. So we'll have back. We got Ahmed back.
Waiting back at the 29.
Usually your second
they're going to let this one bounce.
kick returner is in your playbook is the guy that would be the furthest back in returning. So make sure you know that. Because that can mess you up. You might have a slower guy returning and you wouldn't want that. So it looks like I'm going to have to throw the ball away again. I'm not getting any open receivers. I'm going to try a swinger now. What do you got for me? I like that they have an outside blocker. The wide receiver actually blocks. They haven't made any plays or very few plays that have. There we go. It's like a 40-yard gain there. The wide receiver is a blocker. So Leah Wayne trucking, but Foodmonger makes a tackle. So I'm going to try a claw, see what that has to do for me. And I'm going to throw this one out. And we're in the fourth quarter now, so I got the lead. What a catch by the Weber. Some people probably ask me, she's got 3 TDs. She is my stud. Why I went with Sidney over Ashley? Just like Sidney, the name Sidney more than Ashley. Don't question me. And snuck it in there. Bottom shelf. That's basically why I went with that decision. Not that one's worse than the other. But if your name's Ashley out there, I apologize to you. It's nothing against you. It's just gotta go with Sidney Weber over Ashley Weber. So I'm planning on, like I said before, doing all the other backyard games. You can watch me through game to game. If you want to request any plays, just write them down for me. And once again, I'm redoing this playthrough. I've only did one part in the previous Backyard Football 2002 playthrough, but I realized I didn't make completely the worst team possible because I had Kenny Kawaguchi instead of Ahmed Khan, and my custom player didn't have the lowest amount of stats that it could. And she got rid of the ball there. Got rid of the ball. So I'm gonna, and I have Ronnie in for Jorge. I gotta switch things up here. Jorge is chilling on the pine. He's got to get in the action. Let's go. Alright, so let's see if I can get it to the outside, and not going to have a shot here. And that is just up for grabs. I'm not too upset about that, though. Would have punted anyways, and I don't even know if my punting abilities would allow me to get it that far. And we got a tackle for loss there. Let's see if I can get in the 30s here with the points. This is kind of lame. I'm sitting here at 25 points, and that is a nice block there. But that's one thing. Backyard Football 2002, you're not going to have as many close games as you are at some of the other Backyard Footballs, but this is the first one I'm able to record, and it's a good game. Played many hours of it. I remember back in the day, I would play through this game, and then after each season, I would rack up tons of stats with the best players. Pablo Sanchez, this custom player that I had that I named Owens after Terrell Owens. Jeez. Just make sure I don't turn the ball over now. I would record the stats after each season. I played like 7 seasons with that team, and I tried to rack up an insane amount of stats, and I don't know what I ended up with, but all I can say was that was fun. So I'm just going to call one more play. Not that I'm going to score, but give myself a shot too. And Sidney doesn't reel it in. So we win game 1, 25-2. Yes, it does, Sonny. She doesn't have too good of a post-game wrap-up, so I'm not going to stick with her. So here in game 1, we won 25-2 with the safety. It could have been a shutout, but the Packers not pulling together on the offensive side of the ball. Beat them in first downs pretty handily. Time of possession is relatively the same. Usually the team that scores more actually has lower time of possession because they'll get more kickoffs to them, and that is a strange percentage, 42 and 14. I usually don't see that. And can't do much rushing in this game. That's another bad thing about 2002. It's hard to rush because, especially if you have a poorer team, it's hard to have good blockers. But that'll lend itself to having more of a passing game. Too many turnovers for Billie Jean Blackwood's end. She got 3 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions, I believe. I think that's what it was. So check out the rest of our division. See how the Vikings played the Lions, so the Vikings had a win there. Check out their statistics. This is another cool feature. You can go around the league, click on whatever team, see how they did, get to learn more about the team you might be facing. They look like they're a rushing team, so I got to be watching out for that. And that's about it. So game 1, we took it 25-2. I'll check out the league leaders every quarter of the season, so not to bog you guys down too much. Our standings were 1-0, obviously. But we're playing the Vikings and the Lions, and then we don't play until the end of the season. So dramatic. If I'm not 11-0 by then, and everybody's in the hunt, that'll be a nice 12, 13, and 14th game. So stay in store for that. Playing the Niners, we'll see how they are. Looks like they lost game 1. But regardless, we got divisional matchups coming up. League leaders, I'm probably not in anything quite yet, but you can check out tons of different statistical categories, which is a great feature to Backyard Football 2002, team and individual. Then we got our trophy case, obviously, individual awards, newspapers, record book. Sidney Weber is our stud, as you can tell right there. And I'm going to change up my lineup really quickly for game 2, just to get everything sorted out like I wanted to. Ahmed's going to be in there, obviously, and kicking game. Angela's going to be kicking. So, thanks for watching game 1, playing the Lions. The Vikings, who actually won the first game. This is an important game for us early on, and I'll see you guys in game 2, Backyard Football 2002 playthrough.